Well, Joe Rogan, who has a small, I'm told this is an internet web show and some sort of podcast or something, he now has come around. This is a guy who was a Hollywood guy, Californian, fled California, moved to Texas. Definitely not what you'd call a traditional Republican, as he's a mushroom eating, MMA fighting, ayahuasca doing, muscle bound meathead or something like that. Well, he knows that the red waves are coming.
The red wave that's coming is going to be like the elevator doors opening up in The Shining. That's what I think. I think people are just like, what the fuck are you saying? They're making Republicans.
I don't know how they're doing it. I had a family member who's a boomer and a diehard liberal, and they told me when I was home this summer that they would vote for DeSantis. And I'm like, how did you lose this person?
Yeah.
How did you lose this person? This is a like, go to the ballot and vote blue no matter what. And you've lost even the boomers.
I love Bridget. She's been on the show many times. She's a dear friend of mine. I know how they did it. You know how they did it? They would not stop with the woke stuff. It's as simple as that. The liberals would not defend liberalism. This is something I've been talking about for a long time. So all of the good people, the moderates, the Joe Rogan types, the people who don't care about politics that much, finally, first they look at their wallets and they go, none of this makes sense, right? Elon Musk has to move Tesla from California to Texas because of tax purposes. Rogan signs a $200 million deal. He's just looking at the numbers. And then he goes, okay, Democrat-run states have massive taxes. Texas has no income tax. Well, that's one part. Then you realize you don't want your kid's second grade teacher talking to them about chopping their genitals off. That seems like a pretty much of a throwaway to me. Like, we don't want that. So if you don't want that, you'd be more inclined to move to a red state. If you want your kids to be taught that America is actually fundamentally decent, and how about we have an honest assessment of what our founding is and what our history is? Well, you could do that in certain red states, but it's getting increasingly harder and harder to do in blue states and in blue cities. So you might want to blow up the Department of Education. You might want to have less centralized control. You might realize that, say, Randy Weingarten, who's the head of the teachers union, is a Democrat activist who for some reason was in Ukraine 2 weeks ago. There's so much weirdness here, but it's all kind of obvious if you've been paying attention, and I know you guys have.